That's definitely a good one. We talked about the possibility of The Walking Dead, because where does it end?
Right? How is it going to end?
Where is it going to end?
Ultimately, when the story is
And
done.
TV shows are notorious for having some of the worst endings. If you were a fan of, I know we watched True Blood, and the way
Mm-hmm.
that ended was, eh, they're just kind of sitting around at a table eating dinner.
Right. Well, it's. I
Dexter,
mean, that sounds like Sopranos ended the same way.
yeah, Dexter, that was disappointing.
How did it end?
He, his sister gets killed,
Mm-hmm.
and she takes the fall as the killer, and Dexter leaves his kids and he goes and starts another life as a lumberjack or something. And I don't know.
What about Breaking Bad? Do you like how
That
that one
was
ended?
that was Breaking Bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that was a good show. The reason I like Breaking Bad above anything else is it didn't outstay its welcome.
Yeah. It
It didn't.
knew when to.
It knew when to end,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where so many shows like Dexter didn't. There's a couple seasons of Dexter where it was just like, all right, this show needs to end. Supernatural is another one. That
Oh,
show should have ended
don't get me started.
10 seasons ago. I literally, I remember I bought the first 4 seasons on DVD
Mm-hmm.
and thinking like this is one of the best shows I've
Mm-hmm.
ever watched, and I forget which season it was where I was like I was literally like, okay, yeah, I could see it ending like this. This is perfect. It's fine,
Uh-huh.
because it was the end of the world and Satan's coming and there's nothing you can do, and
And what
10,
happened?
10 seasons later,
Oh my god.
it's garbage.
I could
It's
never
dumb.
get into that show. Could never get into it. I'd never liked the acting, didn't like the story. I thought it was all cliche.
That to me though, that's what kind of made it. It was there were some episodes where obviously filler. That's the other problem I have with shows that are 20, 21, 22 episodes long in a season.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much. It's too much. There's too many filler episodes, and I don't like that. Um, my only other problem with Supernatural is the amount of punishment those two take. The beatings.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've literally died,
Right.
and yet not one scar, not one limp, eye twitch.
Yeah.
No, I broke my foot one time 5 years ago, and I have no balance. I know when it's going to rain
Mm-hmm.
because, oh, by the way, the screws in my foot tell me, I have arthritis.
Mm-hmm.
I can't run like I just so, and these guys are getting their face mashed in. They're getting car wrecks.
So there are no consequences then.
It's yeah,
That's
but
the point. There are no stakes.
the first well, even when there are stakes, it's too high, and then it's like the stakes are the devil and the angels are going to come to earth and destroy everything, and then the resolution, they can, oh, okay, well, all right, you have another 6 months. Yeah, I don't know. To me it was
But
the first
there are some
the
die-hard fans for this show.
well, they're the ones that keep it going. The
Man,
show was supposed to end season 5 or 6, and the fans petitioned and they kept it going
why? Why?
because there's those fangirls out there, the people that like they probably write fan fictions about it and stuff. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying certain shows. Another one was Lost,
Mm, that one
Fren-
got so convoluted.
Fringe,
Mm-hmm.
which I loved, but it's again 22 episodes in one season is way too much, and just too many filler episodes. Um, that's why I like Dexter, because it was 12 episodes a season. But then even then it just went a little too long because there were certain things you're like, there's no way they wouldn't have figured out unless this is the worst police department ever.
Hmm.
There's no way they wouldn't have figured out it was him.
One of my favorite shows, I think you'd like it. I think you'd really enjoy it, is Westworld.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, gotta get into that.
okay, yeah, I'll check it out. But I don't even know what we were getting into.
Um, yeah, shows that need to end. Oh, Walking Dead, and
The
how it's
Walking
going to
Dead.
end.
So and how it's going to end. So yeah, so I have this dread in my mind that it's going to end with Rick waking up in the hospital.
Hmm.
It was all a dream. It was all a dream.
So, okay, that's your fear of how it might end. How do you? What's the best ending in your mind?
To me, logically,
Hmm.
they all die. I don't.
Damn.
I mean,
What?
I mean,
No happy ending?
no happy endings. I don't like it
What?
unless it makes sense.
What would make
I don't like
sense?
happy endings for the sake of we need happy ending.
Uh huh.
What would make sense would have been again if they were. I can't say the farm because all they had was wooden fence or wire fence at that farm at from season two,
Hmm.
but they had the prison and now they even have Alexandria, right? And they have those 20-foot walls. They have actual houses. They have Eugene, who's an engineer. If they could, so they have all these pieces, right? And I know they have the human element in the supposed villain of Negan,
Hmm.
but I mean that would be a happy ending. I mean, I don't know. Are they? There's been no talk. I don't know how in depth the comics go as to far as maybe they're trying to find a cure. I mean, how do you cure this?
I don't think there is a cure.
What is it? I mean, so
They started that in season one towards the end, that last episode, but everything that was in that episode was not canon. It's not in the comic books.
well, the whole
It's
show is his in his mind what he could have done to make the comic better.
uh,
The mistakes that he felt he made in the comic. So, not like not cutting Rick's hand off.
right.
Daryl's completely created for the show.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's what he said.
I heard they got rid of the original showrunner of the first season, which is why the whole pace changes, slows down dramatically in second season. They had this whole entire side story that they were going to build upon with the soldier in the tank and how he got in there, everything that led up to the fall of Atlanta. They were going to show that, but once they got rid of the showrunner, then all that changed, and her became the center point.
I didn't know that. I thought it was. My understanding was that they didn't know if it was going to be successful, so that's why they only did the first season's only 6 episodes.
Man, that was the most anticipated show when it came out.
Yeah,
I couldn't wait.
I was in Afghanistan again. That was a big year, man. 2010,
Hmm.
and I remember watching that show. Me and my roommate, and just both just like, whoa.
This is the
Yeah,
show that you would never have thought could be done.
because I never heard of the comic book. I didn't know.
Me neither, but zombies.
Yep.
Zombies, and
Zombies were a thing, man.
they're not in the movie. You could watch it every Sunday.
Yep.
And it looked like it was being done well. What show that I'm actually I have no reservation, no worries about ending well is Game of Thrones.
There's a lot of controversy with that show, man. What's
Because of the book, because George R. R. Martin, he, for whatever reason why it's taking so long for him to finish the novels, and people get upset when he's promoting other novels that have nothing at all to do with A Song of Ice and Fire, and he's busy touring and talking about crap that has not. People are just like, write the damn book. He's been writing this book for 7 years now, and and the show has passed the books that have been published so far. So now we're entering into territory that nobody knows, and they've split the seasons so that instead of getting the full 12 episodes, however many that we get in the usual seasons, I think we're only getting 6 episodes, and then it's almost like they're doing it like they ended Mad Men, like 2 ending seasons. So we have this one, and then it's going to end next season, next year,
Yeah.
with the same format, same 6 episodes. But really, I don't know what's left that they can do. They're getting to the point where everything is coming to a head. Everyone's at war,
As long
and
as they
it's
end it and it makes sense, man. I have to. We have that show. That's one I'm gonna get into
hmm.
here shortly. There's a lot of good shows that I just don't watch a lot of. Did you see the preview for Cloak and Dagger?
No.
Yeah, they're getting their own show.
On what?
Some teenage. It's they're teenagers on. I don't know the name of the channel. It's a really obscure channel, but it's about to get pretty big if the show blows up. It's a but they're teenagers. It's a teenage girl and a teenage boy.
This one?
Yeah, Freeform. That's it. You see a real quick for Roxxon,
Hmm.
so it fits into the Netflix series. You
Yeah.
know.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. If it's done right, I have no problem with it. I just don't want it to be some stupid teenage drama.
I don't know.
And plus, it makes me want to learn a little bit more about Cloak and Dagger
Yeah.
because I know I like Cloak.
Mm-hmm.
I also like when he tried to do that to Thanos, and Thanos just it blew him away.
Yeah, that was a bad idea.
Hey, it's worth a shot, man.
Uh, you
Because
just need to join him.
didn't Dagger, she got killed in the initial.
Yeah, she was one of those that disappeared
Yeah.
when he
So
wiped out the
what's her
universe.
ability? I don't know her ability.
Something to do with light.
She has that glowing thing right
Yeah.
there, yeah. And then he can just tell like it. Does he take people to another dimension or what is?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Some dark dimension or something like that.
Yeah, I hope it's done right, man.
Oof. So I guess she can
See,
oof. That's cool.
it looks pretty good, man. I had no idea that was being
Coming
made.
to Freeform. What is Freeform? What?
Freeform.
What?
Yeah, it's a TV channel. No, Freeform is it's the old ABC. It's the old
ABC Family?
ABC Family. Yeah,
Oh, well, that makes sense. Okay.
that's what it is.
Okay.
So,
Okay, no wonder. Now I
and
see what you're saying.
Disney owns. Yeah. So it's more of a teenage. It's going to be a teeny bopper kind of thing, right? So
Well, it looked kind of dark.